And you want your tea?
Oh, thank you. Please. Amazing. Hey, Eric here.
Linus here.
Yeah, welcome to Voice and List. You know,
Yes, first episode, real episode.
yeah, absolutely. So hang on. Today we want to talk about cultural differences and how it can impact our personal life or day-to-day life. So hang around, and then we will have some funny games, this or that, about culture.
Yes.
So yeah, exciting to be here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. It's new, feels new.
Yeah.
But we did this introduction thing last time.
Yes.
More behind the scenes or just
Exactly.
feeling into it, how we felt about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it feels good.
Yeah.
And what have you been done?
Well, this week, especially after our last introduction, the introduction we did, I went home, watching the video playing forth and back, spent a lot of time with it as well.
Yes.
And then it was the last day from work as well before the Christmas holidays. So it was cool to get some relaxed things and everything. And you, what's up?
Yeah. What's up? I've been a little sick or been doing editing videos. I recently did a wedding video. So a little bit of everything.
Wow, cool.
But
Wow. Yeah. And
it's fun.
what about, since you're talking about new solution and stuff, what do you think about this New Year resolution?
Yes.
Or do you have one?
I think I more have a direction for next year. I usually don't really take it seriously to do some wishes. But I think it can be very powerful to put a strong intention on what direction you want to go in.
Exactly. Yeah.
And yes,
Well,
something like
I
that.
agree. I mean, it's the same for me. I used to really write down exactly what I really want and then go with it. I still do the same, but not at very clear goals. But the same like you, I have direction of where I want to go. Some few things that maybe I have not been done before. I have done it. I have not finished. Some projects and work that I have not finished that I would like to continue with it. Like this podcast, I would like to. It's a direction that I want to go with it. Like having more episodes and also inviting in more people. And also the work with Passion House Studio, being able to film more with other people, getting to know other people more and stuff. And it's more like the direction I want to go with this coming year. And family wise, yeah, just keep growing, as a father, as a husband, and as a friend as well. I remember in our introduction you said when you embrace the unknown, your opportunities pops up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mindset that I have toward this coming year, like to embrace the unknown, to have some direction, but embrace what is coming, what I've not know yet, and then deal with the opportunities, step by step.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sounds good.
Yeah, great. So since today the episode is all about culture differences, what about the one of the misconception or misunderstanding culture crash that have you ever experienced? Like for myself, it was when I moved to Sweden. The beginning, the first ever evening that I came in, I went in the apartment that I was going, and I saw the guy taking off his shoes. And he said, "Oh, you should take off your shoes and put it here." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I did it. So the following day, it was the same. Like we take off our shoes and everything. And I'm coming from Spain, where you go in with your shoes out and in. So my first thought or reflection about that was like, "Oh, are they Swedish? I mean, like religious?" Practicing some Bible stuff, like from the Jews, like, I don't know what was the thought, but I was like, are they religious? Or, are they kind of Christians or some kind of practicing some? So that was cool. But then I realized that, it's just, the thought behind it is just like not that we are lazy or you're lazy. It's just like you don't want to clean. I mean,
Yeah.
it's common sense.
Yeah, I think it makes sense, but sometimes when I go abroad, it can be refreshing to, keep your shoes on.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's dirty outside, if it's raining, or you've been in the mud, then it doesn't make sense.
And do you have any? I mean, how was it like? This is our main topic for the day: cultural differences and how culture impact our lives. Our day-to-day life. How was it you growing up? What was the daily routine look like? You growing up.
Um, for me, it was like very traditional, I think, with starting with the breakfast
Yeah.
at 7 o'clock or before going to school. And I was never really into eating breakfast early in the morning,
Yeah.
but it was something you were supposed to do. I was not a big eater,
Yeah.
really, so it was always a struggle to do that.
Wow.
I think routines like that, like food at certain times, and yeah, those school routines,
Yeah.
and then maybe you doing sports
Yeah.
after school,
Wow.
maybe homework,
Wow.
and then watching TV, and then like back.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
It's
wow.
very very structured, and I don't really like that anymore.
Yeah. Is it different today? Like when you see a kid, do you think a kid, 10 years old kid, has a different routine from back in the day when you were a kid? Do you think
I
it's
think it's
different?
pretty much the same.
Really? Wow.
But for me, it's very normal to have that routine. I don't know how it was for you
I mean, like
in Ghana.
going back to Ghana, like me, 10 years old, that's a crazy. I mean, it's, well, I remember like I would wake up very early in the morning. Oh, they would wake me up. My grandma. I was living with my grandma, and she would wake me up around maybe 4, or 4:30. And I grew up in a fishing community where the whole village or the whole community is all about fishes. We sold fish. They went to fishing and smoking fish. So all was surrounding. I spent most of my time in the fishing. What do you call it, harbor or this hamlet? Yeah. So my grandma were actually going to buy fishes, smoking it, and then in the evening, like in early in the morning, she will wake up. She'll have to take the smoked fish to the market, and what she would do is she would need help, so she will wake me up like around 4:30, and I will help her to take the fish, to the what do you call where they used to pick up the cars, the transportation. She would have to. We didn't have our own cars, so she have to go to a public transport. So it's like you going from your home to your bus station. So but there we were not taking bus, we were taking something else. There is a car called Trotro. I think every Ghanaian knows what a Trotro is.
I don't know.
No, but we were taking that Trotro. So I will help her take it there. The fishes, she will take the car and go to the market. And the market will be maybe 1 or 2 hours from where we live. So they will go. And after that, what I do is I will go to the fishing harbor and hustle.
Hustle.
Yeah, hustle. Yeah. So I will be actually waiting for the fishermen to come, and they will bring their fish. And why, not only me, there was a lot of young people. All my friends will be helping out to bring the fishes, down from the boats down, and we will be stealing actually. Taking some of the fishes, and then we will sell the fishes. And after we are done there, like the next thing is, go to school.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is before school. There is a lot of other kids that they were maybe not going to the what do you call the fishing harbor to get fish and sell, but they were selling maybe per students. They were selling different things or even breakfast. They will be selling something called buffroats, which is also is like what do you call donuts. So a lot of kids were already also there hustling and everything. So after that, we went to school. School, you will be there, spend some couple hours, and after you come back home, the first thing that you're thinking is also money. So you go with your friends, go back to the fishing harbor. There's a lot of games, a lot of playing around. So you'll be playing around, and also there's other fishermen that they come. They will bring some fishes. So basically, the routine was almost wake up early in the morning, do your Ghanaians or maybe Ghanaians or Africans are very like religious and culturalists. So they wake up early in the morning, do their prayer, morning prayer, breakfast, and breakfast can be tea.
Ah.
And tea, when you say tea, like we are talking about Lipton and stuff. There, when you say tea, they actually talking about oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
Oh.
So that's the tea for like Ghanaians. Maybe today is different, but I think it's pretty much the same today. So it was crazy. I mean, growing up, but that was natural and very fun for us. We were playing around football on the beach. Everything was on the beach. Everything was on the fishing. So it's interesting how the differences. Like,
Yeah.
there was more like a spontaneous. Here is more like a structure.
Structures. Yeah, maybe that's why you wake up so early. Now it's ingrained in you, kind of, to wake up at 4. Or...
Yeah, it's crazy because when I moved to Spain, at a young age, and after I finished my education college, my father wanted me to work with him. He was also working as a fisherman. So I went with him in the same boat. And I think it was different boat. He was working with another boat. And I was doing the same routine. Now I'm not on the shore, like taking fishes. Now I'm inside the boat going to fish.
Yeah.
So it repeats itself like crazy. And this is Barcelona. And I was waking up around 3 to go to take the boat and go to fishing. So it's like I've always exposed to that kind of routine, like waking up early in the morning, stuff. So it's crazy stuff. Crazy.
Yeah, when you say that, I remember when I started working like summer job, it was really hard for me to get up at around 6 or 5-ish. I felt really bad about that grown-up life. So, yeah, I think either you enjoy it or you have to really work on getting over yourself if it's something you wish to do. Get up.
Funny thing, like, I talk about the trotro, growing up, and the trotro is like a bunch of people in that car. Like even people sitting on their, what do you call it? Lap and all this stuff. And that's a very contrast to Swedish culture here about the pasta.
True. It's like the opposite. It feels more individualistic.
Yeah.
So you don't really sit next to a person. If it's empty spaces, you might choose another.
Yeah.
But there is something else, yes.
Something else is like you squeeze all everyone. Like maybe the car takes 6 or 7 people. They will be putting even 10. Like, just to they need a transport and just go. Here it's more like, you go in there and you sit on your own. Like, even when there is a space, like, and people will be standing. Instead of sitting, close to someone, they will be standing in the bus. Like, really?
Yeah, I think, maybe you can be afraid of getting close to people because you're used to have your own space too much.
Yeah. Saying that, like, here we have something like cultural differences that put together. Like, for example, let's see if you agree. Ghana versus Sweden.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay. Ghanaians prioritize community living, while Swedish often enjoy solitude. What do you call it?
Solitude.
Yeah, solitude or small intimacy gathering.
Generally, I think so, yes. But I can't represent everyone.
But you talk from you, like, in general. I mean,
yes.
And when it comes to pace, Ghanaians, daily life is vibrant and spontaneous, while Swedes is more intimate gathering. It's more like people prefer to have a small gathering than having a big, stuff on the street. Is that, I mean, relatable?
I think so. I think so. Especially that spontaneous thing. I felt like everything is very structured. Usually, you're going after a schedule more. So probably.
Oh, wow, cool. Ghanaians enjoy heavy meals, favorite meals, just like fufu, wache, banku. That's Ghanaian typical,
Cool.
stuff.
Yeah, you have to show me something.
Yeah, I have to show it. I do Swedish made fufu sometimes, and my kids love it.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I remember fufu.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, I invited you sometime.
Yeah.
But why the Swedish prefer lighter and simpler option? The food.
I think it can be very different there. I think some really like their meat or like heavy meat food,
Really? Do you like it?
like sausages and
Sausage.
hamburgers.
It's inspired by the Americans, I guess.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Probably. And what about work-life balance? Ghanaians integrate family into their daily life. Like everything is about family. It's like everything is surrounding about the family. When I'm growing up, we had a family house where my aunties, my uncles, my auntie's sister with his kids, and so it's like we all were living in that house. It's a huge house where everyone has their rooms and stuff. But it seems like Ghanaians most Ghanaians, they are very, family, or what they call family oriented. They are community oriented. They are always together, and that even happened when we try to bring that to even abroad when we travel. It's like many parents, like they're trying to impose that culture on the kids to always remain together. So sometimes it's very difficult living in abroad, in a family where they have grown up in different culture. It's like they try to not impose, but like integrate their culture with you. And sometimes it's very great, but sometimes it's very difficult to live in that environment. But what are Swedish carve out personal time separately. Like they love to have a personal time separately.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, it's these family gatherings are not as intense as maybe abroad or in Ghana or both for bad and good. I think it's really interesting. I think you can learn a lot to be closer to your family, but I think Swedes, they like their own space. I think so.
I have lived here for almost 10 years. I still have the culture of, the Ghanaian mindset, but I have still also have the Swedish mindset. And it seems like I can be spontaneous, but at the same time, I can be also punctual, like right in time, structured.
Yes.
Because I don't want. But I think it's a mix of all this culture. Like it's make me have a balance.
Yes.
I have a lot of friends like Latinos, like even here living in Sweden, and they would tell me, "Hey, I pick you up 1 o'clock," and that 1 o'clock, let's say 1 p.m. They will come around, almost 2 p.m. And they will not write back, I'm on the way or something. They would just come that way. And I would be standing there sometime. And I was like, when he told me 1 p.m., I'm like 1 p.m. And then I would be standing there and like, I'm writing to this guy like, hey, I'm here. It's like, oh, I'm on the way. He's like, I'm on the way. I'm like, okay. And it would go 15 minutes pass by. And I'll be standing there waiting. I was like, and then he would come and no explanation. It's just, that's the mindset. And it's crazy. It's so, but here it's different, like very structured, people on time.
For me, I think it's, I like to, of course, I can be a little late, but not more than 15 minutes, I think. You still want to value the other's time.
Exactly.
Maybe they don't think like that every time. I don't know.
It's very different. I'm wondering if it's more like a culture thing or it's just a personal thing. Because if it's a personal, then you yourself that have not been able to to structure yourself or to respect other people's time and to be more organized.
Yeah.
I think so. If it's personal thing, that's the thing. But if it's what do you call, I don't think it's culture thing.
No. No, I don't know.
No. Let's jump into this funny thing. I wrote down these questions about a game,
Yes.
this or that, and we will both answer some what do you call this or that phrase that we have made, and about culture, of course, because this podcast is all about telling our personal stories, genres, and cultures. The first goes like this: beach party or forest retreat.
Depends on my mood. I think now forest retreat feels very appealing to me.
Yeah, because it's no.
Yeah, because I like the solitude,
Yeah.
and right now in December, I feel like relaxing a lot. But I think there will be a season for the party, beach party as well.
Yeah.
So
But you prefer forest retreat more than beach
I
party?
think so now, right now.
Yeah.
How about you?
Cool. I think that would be forest retreat as well. If I have to this because I grew up in the beach thing. So it's like you really get bored of it. Like it's cool. It reminds me a lot of things, but I mean, now I think I would prefer more nature, being the nature. It's because I've always grown up close to sea, so it's like now it's time for me to this. What about Swedish meatball or Ghanaian jollof rice?
I don't know about
Jollof.
yellow rice. It's not.
Jollof rice.
What does it mean?
Jollof rice. I mean, it's like a steak rice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like what do you call? Oh, steak rice.
Fried.
Oh, fried rice. Oh,
Okay.
fried rice. Yeah, that's it. Oh,
Okay. No, I meatballs.
meatballs. Yeah, that's great. I think I will go for fried rice.
All right.
Or jollof rice.
Do you have something with it or just that?
Yeah, you have
Some
a lot
bread
of
maybe.
What is it?
Bread or no?
No, like you can have chicken on it. You can have what do you call eggs. It depends. Like they have it in so many different countries. So it's not only Ghanaian, Nigerians house. There's a huge competition about which countries jollof rice is the best. Ghanaian, Nigerian, or so many other countries. But it's like almost a football competition there. Hey, what about a school uniform or modern fashion? Like when you remember when you were going to school?
Yeah, we could have anything. How was it for you?
For me, it was like you have to have a school uniform.
Oh.
Ghana was actually colonized by British, so they actually influenced the culture a lot. So going to school was like, I remember a Sunday evening, every kid was going running around looking for someone who has what do you call iron.
Okay,
Yeah, because you have to go very clean. You wash your clothes, you iron it. You have a white socks, black shoes, and brown shorts.
Oh.
And what do you call? Depending
Cool.
which school you go, you have the collar and the badge, and you have to have a nails cut, good haircuts.
No beanie.
No rasta, no, or the whole flat style, no. It's just all clean, gentle, and you have to tuck in, and that's what I was used to it. So it was cool. Then I came to Spain, and it was like here, you can take whatever, and that was crazy. I had it.
Yeah, I think for me, it's a little attractive actually to have school uniform or some kind of dressing code.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have any rules, you
Yeah.
might want to be more structured.
Yeah,
It's like the paradox kind
Yeah,
of.
exactly. Yeah, especially here, I heard like me and my wife were talking about specifically this. Like, oh, that would be cool to really ask people what do they think or what would they prefer. Because in the schools, they say they are using this clothing code to what do you call it, bully people. Like, oh, look at your clothing style and stuff. So some parents would prefer to have actually what do you call school uniform, so they would not see the differences and everything. So because I mean, if it's it's causing problem or causing like other kids bully other people for their clothes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
better to have a school uniform. But it's paradox, as you said.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
What about what do you call Swedish coffee breaks, fika, or street food stop? Or this
I think fika.
fika. And I think some people has their like they always have a fika in the same time, right?
Yeah. It's also about cultural, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe you know it a lot from your workspaces.
Yeah.
Like 3
Yeah.
o'clock.
Like in my work, we have this morning, 9 fika. That's more like a breakfast ish.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have this lunch. After lunch, 2 o'clock, you have fika, like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's and that's also crucial for
Yeah,
people.
for some, yes.
I mean, it doesn't matter whatever you are doing. It's like with that time, you stop and you go and do that fika. Then you
Yeah.
come-
For me, I don't have so much routine on that.
No, no,
and
no.
I like that.
Yeah.
But what's your preference?
I think street food stop. I would like to pass by somewhere, and eat something. I prefer not so much sugar, something more meat,
Yeah.
something more.
You
Like
can feel full.
I can
after.
feel full of
Yes,
it. Yeah. I think it's also culture thing because in Ghana, it was always big meals. Like lunch is big meal. Like after lunch, you're always looking for the next good meal. You're not thinking about fika. Like they still have fika and stuff, but it's more like foodie. Very foodie. Everything is stuff. What about this? Chilly winter or tropical rains?
I think real winter, like white winter, cold. So you can go snowboarding
Yeah.
or be in the mountains. I like when you are walking and it's very crunchy under your shoes. It's a good sound. I like contrast generally, like
Yeah.
contrast of cold, warm.
Yeah.
I like sauna. I like maybe not cold bath, but
Yeah.
I like the idea of
Yeah.
cold baths.
Yeah, it's
So,
also a cultural thing here, right? Like people take a bath in the winter once. I mean,
I think not super many people, but more sauna. I think.
more
it's-
sauna. Yeah.
Yeah.
They get into the ice, snow, and they go to the sauna. Kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah. So the tropical thing, I've not experienced it too much.
Yeah. But I think we should do a challenge about this someday. Get ourselves into the snow.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
ice bath.
Yeah, ice bath. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And then we will record it for you guys.
Yes. Live podcast.
Exactly. Yeah, we will do that one. And I think I would prefer rain, more like being home, cozy. It's raining outside. I don't want to go out. And more than, very cold outside and you can do nothing. I remember sometimes, like, my mom wanted to come or like people say, oh, why don't you bring your mom here or something? And I was like, sometimes I will record a video and I will show my mom like this is the reason why I don't want you here because it's too cold. When you come, you will freeze and you will be home like you don't see anyone outside, right? That's how it will be for you when I'm not home and I'm work and the kids are at school. You will feel like alone almost because it's cold outside and there is not so much activity outside. Contrary from where she's living now in Ghana, it's like early in the morning. People are out, just like you hear the marketplace bus, bustling like bunt and rant over our discussion. So early in the morning, like people are like,
Oh, I like that kind of that you just can go out and then stuff is happening.
it's like crazy.
I think that's the maybe negative part about the solitude or being too individualistic. Then you have your own space,
Exactly,
maybe
yeah.
too much.
And that maybe it may cause also this kind of a depression thing. Like people often, it's very easy to feel depressed or anxiety because you have so much time, so much space for yourself, or you have so much that is into your hand, and you feel like, wow, you still feel like there is something lacking, and suddenly you hit into some depression because like what next, you are so close to yourself, you are
Yeah.
not sharing with anyone else, you are
Yeah.
not off.
I think it's the connection. You still need connection. That's the like missing piece. So
Wow.
if you can combine that solitude, like introspection, but then come out still with community or
Exactly.
something, that's the cool blending.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Oh, what about this? Have you dancing to Afrobeat or listen to ABBA?
Uh,
You know ABBA.
yeah.
Who is ABBA, by the way, for our viewers or our listeners?
Yeah, I'm not the person to speak about it.
Yeah, but just a
A
short.
Swedish band, very famous.
Yeah.
Back in the day, still very famous.
Yeah.
Classical hits. So, Afrobeats, I don't like Afrobeat.
Yeah.
It's not my
We
it's
will
not my
cut.
vibe.
We will cut that thing out. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
It's
no,
not.
no, never been my vibe really.
Yeah.
Maybe if you show me some
Yeah,
cool
exactly.
songs.
Yeah, and that's also lack of exposure. Like to if you will be in an environment where you will listen to that
Yeah.
often. You know, I have a friend from Syria in the beginning. He have lived here for a while, and it's crazy what he's doing with Afrobeat thing. Like he's a photographer and video. He's actually shooting all these artists from Africa coming to Europe, you know, to do a show, and he's going with them. And in the beginning, he was nothing to do with Afrobeat, but he saw the market. He saw that Afrobeat is becoming very popular among Europeans and Americans. So he saw like, oh, there will people need what do you call more content to consume about Afrobeat music and stuff. So he is now doing a lot of what do you call music videos and concerts with Afrobeat artists, and he is blowing up. He's doing work. He's working with Burna Boy. He's very popular. He's working with Omalay. He's working with recently. He was even working with what he called King Promise, which is from Ghana, Ghanaian artist. So he's getting into it. So yeah, we will bring some more music into this. Yes.
Great.
Okay. So ABBA. I think I will go for Afrobeats.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my cultural vibe. You know, it's like I grew up dancing all the time. So I think I will go with that. And this is the last one. It says big weddings like Ghanaian style or intimate ceremony.
Okay, I've not been to crazy much amounts of weddings, maybe 10-ish,
Yeah.
which is okay.
You have been filming. You work with it.
Yes, I more like working with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy more bigger,
More bigger. Huh?
just for
Yeah.
I think for the videos. And
Yeah. For the beat.
I like to be
Yeah.
like moving around
Yeah.
in different spaces. You are inside, you go outside, you
Yeah.
move to the next
Yeah.
house. I think it's very
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, but for you personally, like if you one day have to get married or something, what would you prefer? Like a small or big?
Then smaller.
That is more.
Yes.
That's a culture stuff, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I think I would prefer small as well because I think it get too intense with a bigger, Yeah, I used to my own wedding. I think it was so crazy. Like we had a lot of like my wife, she's a Swedish and I'm from Ghana and I live in Spain. So I have people from Spain coming and I have people who Ghanaians living here. And they come in with their own African culture style, and that was so cool. Like to see the contrast, like with a suit, dressed with a Swedish, and my wife's family with suit and summerish, clothes, and you will see my side with all this colorful, clothing, African big, what do you call, duku or something. Like, it was so crazy, like very cool to see that.
Yeah.
And but it was not big, but I think it was medium. We had a lot of people come for the ceremony, and then the family gathering. We were around like 70 people. And in numbers, it sounds huge, but I think because of it's a community, it became very small because we knew each other, we could talk to each other and everything. But I would prefer small,
Yeah.
small wedding ceremony because big is expensive and you have so much responsibility on your shoulders.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. Yes, it's interesting.
Yeah, but talking about, Ghanaian's wedding, a cultural wedding there it's not a day, it's 2 days. Thing is like, it's a huge process, before even you get married. Like, you have to go to the parents of the lady's parent, present yourself. Though that you know each other, you still have to do a traditional thing. Like, you have to go there, present yourself with some gifts. Like, oh, I want to, marry your daughter.
Oh.
Even though you have been dating for, maybe a year or something, you still do that process of going there like, I want to marry your daughter or something, so this is my gift, and I promise to do that and that and that. And the gifts can be very expensive sometimes. And you have to give so much other gifts also to the lady before that. And then you did a ceremony, a cultural one, and then you go to the church one, and so many expenses. And I would prefer Swedish style.
Yeah.
Intimate, couple hours, and it's done.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Cool.
So, this, I think we pretty much, want to really inspire people with culture stuff, more stories, Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
There's so many rabbit holes that can be get into.
Yeah.
Fun little game here.
Yeah.
It was not very quick answers.
No,
yes or
no.
But
Yeah.
maybe next time.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
No, I like it. And the interesting thing about this podcast is people will get insights, more about ourselves and also about the cultures that we are living in. And we want to inspire people to travel. We want to inspire people to embrace the culture. We want to inspire people to do the things that they dare to do. Both me and Linus have gone through a journey, and we want to share that journey with you, both the ups and downs and everything. So the coming episode, we'll be talking about something else, but it's all related to our personal lives, and relate to how we have become who we are today or the mindset that we have today, how we have been shaped by our upbringings and everything. And we also bring some guests that they will tell their stories about cultures or about their business, whatever that they are doing. So keep with us. And today, if there is something that you have to leave to our audience there, what would be like from today?
Leave. Good. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Happy New Year's.
Oh, great.
Wow. I think maybe taking time for pondering and doing introspection before the new year and setting good intentions for the next year to see.
Yeah.
So you can really realize and live your best life.
Yes, and that's my message for you too. Pondering, on the thing. Maybe you may not have a New Year resolution, but you can still have a direction, to go to, where to point your vision at or put your eyes. So keep going and keep sharing this content and help us grow. As we grow, you grow, as well.
Yeah.
So
Good.
we are out of this place.